My hair is incredibly staticky today, so we're just gonna try and leave it. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Tiana, and if you're returning, it is so nice to see you again. Today we are going to be starting up my project pan for 2026. Last year I started it, but it was a little bit difficult because I was running into the problems of having too many products in my makeup collection. Let's go backwards a little bit here. I had too many products in my project pan for the size of my makeup collection. At the time I had like around 40 items, maybe a little bit under, and I'm pretty sure I had anywhere from like 11 plus products in my project pan. I always found it to be too much, and then I also just decided to kind of focus on using other products, and it just became a whole lot. So anyway, I am here. We're going to restart the project pan, and I'm going to share with you the items that I chose for 2026 to focus on, and I think it's going to go so much smoother. One thing I do want to say is I did a really good job last year at finishing products, and I do have a more minimal collection. I only have 30 makeup products, and that's good for me. There's some areas where I only have like 1 or 2 items. There's other categories where I probably have like maybe 8 to 10, and I feel like it's reasonable. I personally find anything under or around 50 is good for me, and right now we're kind of narrowing it down, which is really good, and I'll explain why. So let's get into it. For 2026, I decided to work on 6 products in my project pan. 5 of them are going to be to pan or finish, and then 1 is going to be to randomly rotate in. It's going to be a really short usage goal. This way, the next month I can roll it out and then roll in a new product just to kind of keep it fresh for myself and for you guys. So the first item I'm going to be working on is this palette from e.l.f. And right here is the shade that I am focusing on. I am focusing on this one because as soon as the shade is complete, I am going to roll it out of my collection. I'm also going to be doing kind of like a pan that palette series. It's going to be different than this one, where it's going to include this and another palette. I'm going to talk about this palette a little bit more and why I made the decision in the other video, but this one here I'm going to continue to use and focus on. Once this shade is done, I'm going to roll it out of the project and out of my collection. I have a feeling that this is going to probably take me up until the summer, maybe a little bit into the summer, but my goal is to have it done this year. I have like a lot, I don't know if you can see it, but a lot of like pan, so it's mostly halfway used, which is perfect. So this one here is the first item, and I am wearing it today. I try and wear it every day because I would like to roll that out. Then the next item, so if you watched my other project pan videos, you already know this is the Nars Blush, and I have hit pan and it is going really well. The formula on this is getting hard pan a lot, and I'm finding the color it's so lightly pigmented that I'm having to like really build it up. Even on camera, like it's so hard to pick up. Like it's very beautiful and it's still really pretty. It's just I have to use so much of it to even get like color. Because there's hard pan at the beginning of every month, what I like to do is I like to just kind of go over it, clean it up, and then I use it for the next month. So this here is the one that I am focusing on. My goal is to finish it, and I have a feeling it's going to be in here for a while, but I have a feeling I'm going to finish it this year because it's so thin in the pan that it's starting to just crumble. And I have a feeling that once I do like a clean, probably at the beginning of April, it's going to start like really decreasing. So this one is in here until it's finished. I have high hopes for this one. I would love to just finish that one and roll it out, and then I'll be sad because it's gone, because it is a beautiful blush. But I can either get one in a mini in the new formula, or I can get a different blush that's like, you know, nice and reflectant. So the next item that I put in here is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This was in my project pans before. You can see the lines. I am at the point in this where I'm now like starting to be able to squeeze the air out of the tubes. Before, it was in this bag. It did have some windowing. I would say I am like closer to this brown line right there. I'll probably end up throwing a mark on that once it's more settled in my drawer. But anyway, I am working on this one. I have it on today. I would really like to just get this out of my collection. I'm not the biggest fan of this applicator here. I think that if I were to get another one like this, if it was on sale, I would get a different color and then I'd be able to use it up quicker. But I'm just not the biggest fan. I also just feel like the color's a little too orangey for me, especially when you start to blend it out. So anyway, this one here, it is in there to be finished. And I honestly feel like, I'm not saying it's any day it'll be finished, but I do feel like this one here, it's kind of like a use by use thing. I feel like once I get the majority of the air out, then it's kind of from there, and I will not be cutting this open. No, it's not my shade. It's starting to smell a little bit strong. Not my favorite applicator, so no. But anyway, this one here is the next item. Then I have 2 more items in my project. So this is the Essence Lip Pencil. This one here I have been really trying to use up for a long time. Not my favorite shade. Not my favorite formula. I don't find that it applies very precisely, and it does not last a long time, so it's just not my favorite. I did have one of these in another shade that I absolutely loved, but I just didn't love the formula, and I don't love the pencil either. It's just not my favorite. So anyway, this one here, my goal is to have it done in March. I kind of use it as like a lip liner, and I also use it to like fill in my lips, and then I'll put like a lip balm on it, and it's fine. But again, not my favorite color, not my favorite formula. I would like to have this rolled out. And then once I roll it out, I have a lip liner that I really like from Charlotte Tilbury that I can focus on. And then I can kind of play around with different lip liners. I'm just trying to use this one. The last item that is for panning purposes is this lip stain from Sephora that I've had in my collection for like 4 or 5 years now. Here is the color. It's really, really pretty. I am wearing it today and I do really like it. I was about here on it the last time it was in the project. I'm a hair lower now. I would say I'm like here-ish. I have used this quite a bit. I use these two together. I like this. I typically like to wear this more in like the fall and the winter. So because we are still in the winter a little bit here in Canada, I can get away with wearing this. It's really nice. It works well still. I'm trying to use this as much as I can before it goes bad because I know I am kind of getting it to that mark. It's like the 4-year mark. It's been open. I've used it every day. I'm kind of like, okay, does it smell good still? It's okay. When I apply it, does it irritate my lips? No. Okay, so I'm okay to use it. Once it starts to smell bad, irritate my lips, or dry out, I will declutter it. But for right now, we are in the project with this one being the main lip product. It's in the shade 13. So, and then what I did for my random number generator was I listed all the makeup items I had, and then I went on Google and I got Google to choose a number from 1 to 30, and I chose 18, which is the Merit blush. And I really like this blush. I'm gonna swatch it here. It's on my wrist, but so here is the color of the blush. It is actually really pretty and I do really like it. I really only use this blush on days where I don't wear a lot of makeup, or just on days where I usually wear like a little bit of under eye corrector, mascara, maybe some brow products, and then I'll toss this on because my main focus right now is on this one. I'm going to set a really low usage goal on this. This way I can still continue to use it, but then this one will still be my focus one. And what's really nice is I can also use this one as a base and then this as the topper. It's not a good job, but I can top the Nars blush on top of the cream blush and it'll be pretty. So anyway, the usage goal for this one, I'm going to put at 4 times. I could literally wear it for like a whole week. I could wear it twice a week and still be good. It's funny because it looks like I am like running low, but I have actually used one of these before and I finished one of these before and it's taken me years to finish. This one here is in the shade Cheeky. The one that I had before was in, I think, Terracotta, and it was more of like a bronzy shade. It reminded me a lot more of like this type of shade, but a little more orange. So I feel like this one I'm using a little faster, but I am by no means almost done this. There's a lot of product in the bottom, so I'm not here to try and do a huge pan on this. My main goal with this is just to use it like a handful of times, roll it out, and then I can roll in new products. And then I do think once this blush is done, I have a feeling I will want to work on this because it is a cream product. All right, those are all the products. So let's do a little recap and I'm gonna let you know what I think is gonna be rolled out for next month. So the usage goal for 4, I know I'm gonna be able to roll that out next month really easy. And then we'll have the Nars Blush, which is going to be in here for a while. I could see it being in here for the full year unless a miracle happens and I'm able to finish it. This lip pencil, I'm doing everything I can to finish it, so I do have a feeling I am going to finish it. And then my lip stain, this is going to be in here for a while, unless, like I said, it starts to irritate my lips, but as of right now, we are good, so I have a feeling it will continue on into April, which is fine. My contour, I do think if I use this for like a solid month and focus on this one for a solid month, I'll be able to like finish it in April sometime, because like I said, like I'm at the point where I can literally start squeezing out the air, and the product is like really coming out. So anyway, this one here, I feel like I have like a month, maybe 2 left, and then we'll be done with that. Then for the final item is the eyeshadow. I don't think I'll be able to have this one done in a month, but I do think that when I come back, it's gonna be like that. Like I do think that all this side will be gone, and I do think, I don't know, this one actually might be a little bit quicker of a usage than I'm anticipating. Oh, put that there. I do think that this one will be a little bit quicker of a usage than I am anticipating, because I'm really looking at this and thinking like, okay, I am more than halfway done that shadow and it's a neutral and I use it all the time. So yeah, I don't know if I swatched this for you guys, but let me just do a quick swatch. That is the eyeshadow right there. So here's everything I'm working with in my project pan. Very, very cohesive. So yeah, that is everything that I am working on in my project pan for March to April. I'm going to record how many times I use the products, and then at the beginning of April, I will come back and update you guys, and then hopefully we can roll this out to roll in at least a new product, and then we can go from there. I am going to be uploading a couple more different makeup related videos. I want to do a pan that palette video, so you'll hear a little bit more about this one and another one that I am working towards panning. And then I do think I want to do kind of like a shop my stash type of video. We'll see about that one. So anyway, if you want to see those, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you're doing a project pan, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you're working on, or let me know what you've just finished or hit pan on. I would love to know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.